So no one is going into the theaters and putting down money to say, I want to watch a cartoon. Okay? It just comes as part of the package. Disney understands that that's a problem because no one's actually directly paying for his product, and it could all go away. You know? It's just like when I lived in Holland, when you get a cup of coffee, there's always a piece of chocolate with it. But you're not paying for the piece of chocolate, which means if they take it away, you're going to be a little upset, but you're not really going to notice it that much. And so by pushing into feature, he could elevate animation into an art form and get people paying directly to him, right? Paying for his product. So that's the reason, the motivation for the big push into feature films. So he spends a small fortune on Snow White and projecting animation that would have been fine in a short and having things reworked and reworked until he got it right. And it was a smash hit. Okay? So he had the multiplane camera, he had the special effects department, he had everyone trained up from Silly Symphonies, and he earns $8 million during the Depression, when about 25% of the U.S. was out of work. He earns $8 million. All right, vast fortune. And so he moves into new studios, and they get rolling on Pinocchio. Okay, and Pinocchio is a huge production, but if it's, of the images I could grab, I was very happy with this one because it just shows the level of detail. So you have the you have a highly trained special effects artists who are animating and planning every bit of these splashes. Okay, guys. Okay. The water. You have water specialists. You have people that have been during the Silly Symphonies training themselves up on animating the water. So there's just a huge amount of labor and production costs into this. You have the two tones. Okay, so he goes deep in debt on this, and with the outbreak of World War II, the foreign markets are closed off, all right, which then cuts his earning potential on it. So he ends up between Fantasia and Pinocchio in debt to the bank for $4.5 million. And how am I doing on time? Time to call roll?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay. So in 1941, skipping ahead a bit, there is the Great Animators Strike. What happens after the Great Animators Strike is, working people like us who want to animate for a living, we start getting paid better wages, which then drives up his costs, and so things start getting cut. And so all the fancy special effects, the beautiful shadings and stuff slowly get pared down until we hit the 1960s and 70s, where animation is in steep decline. And there's talk of closing Disney Feature. So it's really Pinocchio, Fantasia, Bambi, Dumbo. I mean, these are, because those were in production at the time of the strike. This is really the pinnacle of Disney feature and feature and animation, because the labor costs were low enough and the profit margins were high enough to warrant this sort of detail and work. Okay, and that of course all changed when we get our friend the computer to do a lot of this sort of stuff. Okay, so, and now we're breaking down into particle and dynamics and explosion specialist, water specialist, air specialist, fur specialists again, and the costs are going up again. How am I doing on time?
You can call roll.
What?
You can call
Okay.
roll now.